Jason with Apps.jp here. In our last video, we compared a studio apartment and a one-bedroom apartment near Omotesando Station. It was pretty good. Today, we're going to be overviewing the most common fees associated with moving into a house or apartment in Tokyo. So unlike the West, it's not just like first month's rent, last month's rent, and deposit. It's actually very complicated. There are a lot of fees in Tokyo, so today we're going to overview the most common ones, explain them, and let you know what it's all about. So you can be prepared because it's actually like 3 to 6 times the cost of rent, 6 times plus. So let's overview them and let's see what it's all about.
Advance rent, first full month. This is the first full month of rent plus management fee, so total rent, plus the prorated rent for an incomplete month. So in Japan, rent is always paid 1 month in advance. So for example, if you move in on January 15th, the move-in costs for advance rent would be January 15th to January 31st prorated rent, plus the full month of February. Sometimes property managers, they allow you to just pay that prorated rent for the incomplete month, but about 95% of the time, it's prorated rent for the incomplete month plus the first full month of rent. Something to keep in mind when calculating move-in dates. Deposit. Deposit is usually 1 or 2 months rent, not including the management fee, just the rent. Deposit goes towards cleaning the apartment after move-out, as well as covering any damage repair, and then any remaining is refunded to you after move-out in about 6 to 8 weeks. Pet deposit is usually an additional 1 month rent, and sometimes the pet deposit is not refundable. For very high-end properties, deposit can actually go up to 3 months or more. Key money. This is something that a lot of people have issue with, but yes, key money, also known as reikin. So this is an old tradition of thank you money that goes to the owner. And not all apartments have this fee, but attractive properties can often have it. The common fee for key money is 1 month rent. Fire insurance. Fire rental insurance is compulsory for every tenant in a rental building. Sometimes there are plans where you can choose to add earthquake insurance or not have it, but generally insurance is there to protect you from any emergency damages, as well as those damages to or from other units. One of the most common usages is like if your washing machine leaks and it goes through the floor and then it breaks the tenant's lights down below, stuff like that. So the average price is around 20,000 yen for covering a standard 2-year contract. Guarantor service fee. Modern rentals use guarantor service companies instead of individual guarantors. So guarantors would be someone who would be responsible to pay rent if you were not to pay rent. Though in some rare cases, even though modern apartments use guarantor service companies, sometimes a guarantor might still be required. It's rare though. So the guarantor company is also the main party doing the screening for rentals, and rent also goes through the guarantor companies. The guarantor service fee is between 50 to 100% of rent plus management fee, so the total rent. Usually 50 to 100%, just depends on the apartment. Lock change fee. Tokyo is a very safety-conscious city, so lock changes are done as a security measure, so no one else has the same key when you move in. Average lock change fee is around 18,000 to 20,000 yen. Agency fee. Agency fee is the fee paid to the rental agency, which is usually 1 month rent plus tax. This is our fee for consultation, search, contracting, and support. Without this fee, we would not be able to continue business, basically. It's how we stay alive. Miscellaneous fees. Bicycle parking. When bicycle parking space reservation is a one-time fee, it's usually 2,000 to 3,000 yen for the registration sticker. When bicycle fee is monthly, it's usually a few hundred yen per month, but it can go as high as a couple thousand yen per month in higher end buildings. Car parking. If you get a parking space with your apartment, it's usually a monthly fee of 30,000 yen to upwards of 45,000 yen. And this is paid monthly, and when you move in, you also pay the first full month of rent for the car parking space, much like you would for rent. property manager support. Sometimes property managers have their own compulsory support system, which is usually around 15,000 yen at time of move-in.
Move-in costs for Tokyo apartments and houses. A little bit complicated, but hopefully we've clarified it for you to prepare you financially and emotionally for when you rent an apartment in Tokyo. Please contact us at Apps.jp if you're moving to Tokyo. In our next video, we will be overviewing frequently asked questions that we get from a lot of our clients over the past several years. For example, how does a wash lid work? How do I use a Japanese bath? What is mail forwarding? How does that work? Do I change my address? What's a residence card thing? All these kinds of things, we'll be answering them and clarifying a bunch of stuff. So see you next time and take care. All right, bye.